Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Andrew Landis, formerly of Rockford Baseball. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So you are getting ready to start your summer ball. You are literally in the state of Nebraska right now, getting ready to play summer ball. How exciting is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big change, obviously, driving 16, 17 hours out here. So, I mean, obviously, it's a little different terrain over here in Nebraska, but I mean, I'm very, very excited. Great host family, and I'm also rooming with another guy that's going to Oakland. So, I'm very excited.
Yeah, how excited. I mean, what's it just like to kind of go out on your own and try to, figure some things out as you before you head off to before you head to Oakland and can continue your baseball career.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good for me because I'm obviously going to be my own at Oakland. So, it's kind of like a stepping stone to get me prepared for college. So, I have my own room and everything, and kind of just got to figure out dinners on my own sometimes. And yeah, I think it's good for me, not to be lost with my parents. Parents aren't cooking me dinner anymore over here. So yeah, it's a big change, but it's good for me and my buddy.
Yeah. Okay, so I know that before you got to Nebraska, I know you got high school season and all that stuff. It was a pretty good year for Rockford, but
Yeah.
overall, how did you guys do this year? And what was it like? What was your senior year of ball like?
I mean, yeah, it was obviously a pretty amazing year, the record and everything. Kind of fell short in district championship, but I mean, it's baseball, so that happens. I mean, personally, I did very well, probably the best season I've had in high school. But yeah, we won the OK Red for the fifth straight year, so we're kind of in the front runners of the OK Red in West Michigan, which is obviously a good thing. So that's one of the top conferences in the state. So yeah, overall, it was a really good year.
How do you feel like that? What was some of the biggest things that you really kind of did well with? Just like what did you see like the biggest improvement in?
Honestly, just being more consistent. I've always been a guy that's not going to strike out much at all, but I don't know, hitting for power a little more. Home run numbers were up, but more gap to gap hitting and stuff like that, and limiting strikeouts as always. And also, I mean, in the field, that's kind of not what I'm known for, but everyone knows I'm pretty stellar defensive player. Just making the routine plays.
Yeah. Okay. So like what was the best moment from this year?
Um, honestly, just beating Hudsonville and beating Jenison because those were two of the better teams in the state. Just our boys coming out and kind of handing it to Hudsonville, sweeping them, and then win the series against Jenison, who has probably one of the best pitching staffs in the state.
Okay. Remind everyone what position you play.
Shortstop.
Okay. Um, I always like to ask this. What made you decide? Did you get to decide what you wanted to play, or just did it just feel like, okay, maybe I just want to, be this?
Growing up, it was kind of like, the shortstop is kind of like the point guard on the basketball team. Just kind of the guy who kind of runs it a little bit. So I always wanted to be that guy. So just growing up, my dad stuck me there, and I just stayed there ever since. I was the only position I ever played.
Yeah. Um, okay. Who's the player like you look up to?
Honestly, just in MLB, just like Francisco Lindor, Carlos Correa, any of those smooth feeling shortstops that can also hit the ball well. Because obviously, it's my end goal to be like them.
Yeah. Um, so with the season wrapping up and with graduation and all that fun stuff, did you ever think that day would ever come?
I mean, that's a funny question because it really comes in like everyone says 4 years can go by fast. You gotta enjoy the moments, but they really did go by fast. Like all of a sudden graduation date hits, and then you're like, wow, it's over with. Like I remember the last like 2 to 3 months of school, just like reflecting on all the 4 years with all my friends and stuff. Just it goes by really really fast, and I don't know, like you hear that a lot, but it really does. So it just I think I did a good job savoring the moments, but I hope that everyone does. Don't just try to look for the next day every day.
How do you like savor a moment? Like, is it easier said than done?
Yeah, way easier said than done. Like in sports, sometimes you're like, oh, I wish this game's over. I'm tired. I want to go to bed and sleep. But like savoring moments, really just taking a second, be like, wow, I'm really grateful where I'm at. I'm having a great time, just taking a step back and looking at it in a different perspective.
Yeah. Okay. So, we talked about like kind of, before we get into college and stuff, like tell me like what this how long are you going to be out here and playing ball like this? Kind of talk about what your what this summer deal is going to be like.
So the season for the Western Nebraska Pioneers, which is the team that I'm playing for, started about a half a month ago. So I was a little late coming just because of high school season and a little some stuff that I had to do before. I came out here after the season, so it's a game about every day, and it's just a bunch of college guys going after it, and it's a great preparation for Division I baseball, which I'll see in a couple of months. So yeah, I'm super excited, and it's going to be really good competition.
Yeah. We mentioned this before, of course. You've known where you're going to go for a while. You're
Yeah.
off to Oakland. You're not going well, you are leaving the west side of the state, but you're going to Rochester Hills and continuing your baseball career at Oakland. It's what really kind of sold you there.
For many reasons, I didn't really want to go far, but I knew I wanted to play Division I baseball. So obviously, some other things like coaches and all the little things that you had to take into account when being recruited. But yeah, it kind of came down to Michigan State and Oakland, and Oakland has really sold me on their campus. Their college life is really being picked up, and obviously they're one of the best towns in Michigan. So yeah, and a couple of my friends that are going there live about 2 minutes away, so just perfect spot for me.
Yeah. Um, kind of leaving, the west side of the state, place that you grew up all your entire life. What's is it going to be? I know everyone's got to move on, but it's definitely going to be toughly. Well, you kind of already left, but what was it like going to be knowing that you'll always know where your home is, but what's it going to be like? Kind of, this is going to be kind of the first big step of it's all me now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a really big change because West Side. I mean, that's kind of where we all grew up over there. So tons of memories over there. But I'm sad, but it's also like a new step because you kind of feel like you overgrow things after a while after you're in the same place over and over again. And I started to feel that just same restaurant, same everything. Like besides my friends, just wanting to step out and kind of go on your own in the real world.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll end it. Let me ask you. Let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Yep.
Okay. Favorite. Okay. Best like. What's a position that you've always wanted to try? If you could try another position on the field, what do you think it would be?
Definitely first base.
Okay. Um. Hmm. What's um. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Hmm. Biggest pet peeve is probably someone correcting you like on your speech mid sentence. Because sometimes like when I'm talking fast, I get a stutter, but like when someone's trying to correct you, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Favorite food.
Favorite food has got to be steak.
Okay.
Great pre-game, post-game meal.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Favorite play. I think I asked you this, but who's your all-time favorite player, just out of anybody?
Honestly, my all-time favorite player is probably Miguel Cabrera. Obviously, I grew up watching him at the Tigers.
Yeah. Who do you think the best player in the game in Major League Baseball is right now?
It's kind of hard to bet against Shohei Ohtani with obviously the two-way player, so I'm gonna have to go with him.
Okay. Um, and finally, what is your go-to place for food?
My go-to place for food has gotta be Qdoba. Me and my girlfriend love that's our go-to place. So
Yeah.
anytime we're feeling Qdoba, we're there.
Bowl, burrito.
I'm a bowl guy. Sometimes I'll switch it up to burrito, but that's every 20th time. Our rewards points has got to be through the roof.
I mean, that's probably why. I mean, it's going out to eat and it's healthy too. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, Andrew, thanks so much for the time as always, and best of luck in Nebraska. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.